Hello and welcome to another Overlord lore video, and today we are going to recall the top 5 cruelest moments of Ainz Ooal. For while many at least initially thought of Ainz Ooal as little more than just another, but this time scary looking isekai protagonist, Ainz Ooal was way crueler than most initially assumed. But before we are going to take a closer look at the 5 worst things he did, let's take a closer look at more than just the 5 best. Let's take a look at my Patreons and thank them for supporting this channel. Furthermore, I say thanks to all users of the YouTube thanks function for making one-time donations. Now with that said, let's dive into the actual lore. And the first cruel moment was the blackmail of Lizzie Balayar. Now, if you think of an isekai protagonist, the last thing we would normally assume is that the hero of the story would pressure and downright blackmail an old lady into quite literally handing over everything she has, because otherwise she will never see her grandson again. But Ainz did precisely this. He pressured the famous potion maker into settling into the recently overtaken Karn village, together with her grandson, Nfiria Balayar, in exchange for rescuing him from the clutches of Clementine. And while she also suffered Ainz Ooal's wrath, it at least was justified. And let's be honest, she had it coming. But again, pressuring an old lady is the last thing you would expect from the hero of the story, especially while actually being in his heroic persona, for Ainz made this demand while acting as Momon, the adventurer. For the 4th place, we find the death of Arshe and her team. Arshe was a woman of noble birth that left her education at Fluda Paradane's Magic Academy in order to take up dangerous and illegal jobs as an unregistered adventurer, a so-called worker. Arshe did so in order to support her family, especially her 2 younger sisters, who she would never see again, because Ainz Ooal ordered Sheltier to finish Arshe off. This cruel killing of the young adventurers was in fact nothing but mercy, at least compared to the cruel fate Roberdijk, Irmina, or Hikaranter might have suffered. While both adventurers served as living nesting spaces for a parasite lord, Roberdijk had his mind altered by Ainz Ooal to the point where he worshipped a rock as a literal deity. And while her ending is still quite cruel, at least Arshe had gotten a better one than that of the web novel. At the 3rd place we find the invasion of the Lizardmen villages. This was an unprovoked war of annihilation. Ainz Ooal wanted to raise an army of the undead out of the slain Lizardmen tribes, simply because the undead, made from the bigger and stronger Lizardmen, would have an advantage against the tiny squishy humans. The only reason why the Lizardman civilization even survived, despite being attacked by an undead army made up of skeletons and zombies, and later by Cocytus himself, is because the Floor Guardian begged for the Lizardman's life. And since Ainz Ooal was happy to see that his minions were more than simple tools, but developed more and more a life of their own, the Overlord was happy to support this nascent personal development of Cocytus. The 2nd place goes to the invasion of the Holy Kingdom. Ainz Ooal and Demiurge played both sides of this war, and of course this was also a war of aggression. Demiurge's demonic and demi-human forces would invade the Holy Kingdom, enthrall and torture its population, even going so far as to skin them alive, in order to create raw materials for the Great Tomb of Nezaric's scroll production, while Ainz pretended to be the heroic savior by entering the war on the side of the beleaguered paladins of the Holy Kingdom. At the end of this conflict, the head paladin Remedios witnessed the end of both her sister and her queen before being slain. Neabaraya a squire who lost both her parents to the cruel invasion of Ainz, still became a fervent believer in Ainz Ooal Gown, going so far as to proclaim that the man that, unbeknownst to her, had caused both her parents' death is justice, and that weakness is a sin. A new religion later became the dominant faith of the Holy Kingdom after a civil war, also started by Ainz Ooal Gown's servant Demiurge and his puppet, the fake prince and later fake King Caspont, had came to an end. And at the first place, at least so far, we will find the almost complete annihilation of the kingdom of Ainz, from splat all the way to ending more than 8 million people's life and zombifying many of them in order to send these freshly raised troops against their brethren. The destruction of the kingdom of Ainz was so catastrophic and almost unprecedented that it prompted Platinum Dragonlord, the likely strongest being left in the New World, and the self-styled guardian of it, to intervene and challenge Ainz Ooal Gown in order to stop the cruelty of him. And lastly, while this is currently the coolest thing that Ainz Ooal Gown has done, it will likely pale after Ainz Ooal Gown is done with the theocracy, which, remember, he wants to take excessive revenge on and is personally involved. And with that said, I say thank you very much for watching. Be sure to let me know your opinions on Ainz and his cruelty, and with that said, I also say special thanks to Ader Daddy Ader, Bad Guy Yee, Bad Burrito 316, Beezer, Ben C, Brandon D, Chrissy, Crowley 0221, Sia, Crystal Prime, Dead Slime, Death is Mercy, Deathless Dragonlord, Demon Xenomorph 1987, Devin Downen, Ding Dong, Duckwagon, Dunkler Krieger, Dystopia, Dystopia II, Enigmatic Unicorn, Feral Shivan, Guy with That Head, Hector Marino, Hoss, Huster, Jacob G, Jana B, Jason, J. Morris, Chromius, Kyle R, Lee K. Long, Legendarius, Lelouch Britannia with a Mustache, Lexus Fox, Lord Nishikian Rai, Lord Touch Me, Love Razor, Mervek, Mr. Shoes, Mr. Tweaker, Michael R, Michael Y, Nope, Oh Hell No, Normal Toad, O'Kill, Overlord General Gasper, Paddy Pantom, Personage, Primus 11, Rhinomere, Q&A Caracos P, Shergox's Daddy, Shadow Lightning Wolf, Shrine Keeper, Super Tier Magic Batista Bomb, Supreme Cheese, Staris, Ted, Texas Deer, The Orc Warboss, Rock Ed Smasher, T.E. Wang, Vash Hawkeye, Vegito 27, Venture Fanatic, Wilhelm, Xenokai, and Zonagon. Thanks guys. Anyway, have a nice day, and I hope to see you all again soon on my next video.